So maybe there does need to be a rematch. I mean, obviously, I can beat him again.
Is she joking? Of course not. As I said in my angle last night, well, kind of want her to come back in because Hillary is the best thing to ensure a second Trump term. Now, all of her little hints and the hype shows the pathetic state of the current 2020 field for the Democrats, which even the media are starting to admit.
It is very typical of Democrats to always be hand-wringing, always looking for that perfect candidate who may be out there in the distance.
Despite a large and diverse field that started with nearly 30 candidates, unprecedented amounts of fundraising and voter interest, some Democratic donors are grumbling that they don't like the toys they've been playing with and they want a new one.
Democrats are reportedly getting a little nervous about beating Trump next year as they're a winner in the current field of candidates.
Joining me now is Doug Schoen, former advisor to Bill Clinton and Fox News contributor, and Tammy Bruce, president of Independent Women's Voice, Fox News contributor. And, of course, she's the host of Get Tammy Bruce on Fox Nation. All right, Doug, you say that Hillary's flirting with entering the race. What does that suggest about the state of this Democrat Party, let alone the Democrat field?
Well, it suggests that she believes, first, that they're weak, second, that she can win the primary, and third, that none of them can probably, in her terms, beat Donald Trump, and that she, for some reason, deserves a rematch given the results 3.5 years ago. Now, I think none of that is true. I think it is true what you said before, Laura, that we have a weak field. Biden is a weak candidate. Warren's too far left. Mayor Pete's untested, and Bernie's 78 and an avowed socialist. That's not a great mix to beat an incumbent president in a time of prosperity and peace and an impeachment that is very much polarizing. So Hillary, I think, reflects a larger, I'll use the word, malaise among Democratic supporters and elites that this may not be the best, most possible team to defeat the incumbent.
All right, Tammy, I got to get to the new Hillary excuses for her 2016 loss. Okay, there are a lot of different excuses she likes to deploy, but this new one might be her finest work yet.
I think it's going to be the same as 2016. Don't vote for the other guy. You don't like me, don't vote for the other guy, because the other guy's going to do X, Y, and Z, or the other guy did such terrible things. And I'm going to show you in these, flashing videos that appear and then disappear, and they're on the dark web and nobody can find them. But you're going to see them, and you're going to see that person doing these horrible things.
What was Hillary watching that we weren't watching, Tammy? Flashing videos? Was that why she did that weird head bob thing? I don't know.
It's hard to say. There's, I think, now 2,000 excuses about why she did not win. There seems to be some paranoia involved in how she views the world. But here's what we've got. And this is what, at some point, you have to wonder if Hillary's working for President Trump. Because all of this, for her to be saying this now, is insulting to the existing field. These are people, and look, I don't like any of them, but they're putting themselves on the line. Many of them, their lives are disrupted. Their families are disrupted. They've been working hard to get onto those debates. They've been raising money. They've been facing the media. They've at least been trying. And yet here now is this messaging that, oh, my gosh, none of these are good enough. And look, we see that in the fundraising, right? Record fundraising for the RNC and the President Trump's team. And yet this really nothing coming in for the candidates that are the Democrats. But this is why the debates matter. This is why there's a primary season. And the problem is already there is a lack of interest, a lack of enthusiasm, and they're not even into the primaries yet.
No.
And they have a reason to be concerned because Hillary, the Bidens, the Clintons and the Obamas really destroyed the party. They destroyed the talent backbench, and this is what they've been left with, and it's their fault, and here they are wanting to take over.
Well, I'll say that, look, you have Hillary Clinton brand name, and if they really believe that Russia stole the election for Trump, which they believe,
right?
Then why wouldn't they want Hillary to have a second run at it, Doug Schoen? I mean, if she was robbed, she knows Trump. She knows now how to do it. She said that. I know this guy. I can, one of her friends was quoted as saying that in the Washington Post. I know how to run against him. I've run against him. It sounds like there's a tease going on here, and I don't think it's just for book sales. I really don't.
I don't. I think there may be two people, perhaps three, who think Hillary can win, and one of those people is Hillary Rodham Clinton. Look, Laura, she can't win. She won't win. I don't think she's going to run.
Well, who has a better chance of? She has a better chance of winning than Elizabeth Warren, in my view.
Can I tell you? I've seen the polls. Hillary is unelectable. She doesn't have a better chance. She is a political cancer on the Democrats, and the smile on my friend Tammy Bruce's face says she knows that that's true, too. You know what? Hillary's finished. I hope she goes away, because I'd like to have a real election, not what she was saying, which makes no earthly sense.
Well, what this shows you is what's happened to the Democratic Party. It is clearly in disarray. They clearly have not been able to adapt to a world that the president's created, which is, again,
all right, gotta go, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Awesome segment. When we come back.